All right, let's roll. Let's roll.
Okay.
All right. Should I do it again? Should I do that thing? Should I introduce it?
Yes, you sound so much better. I feel like you should send one of your microphones in the new, but I'm just saying, you look like you got some.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Top 5. I'm your host, Boy Tony, and we are here with Justin and Nicholas, also known as Justin and Slick Brew.
Wow.
Oh boy.
That was incredible.
I got my little pink juice.
Alright, so
More light, sorry.
Justin's gonna go get on my. I'm just gonna explain what we're doing here. Hopefully you've seen the last 2 episodes, you know what we're doing. But if you don't, we're gonna choose a topic, or Nicholas is gonna choose a topic, and we are going to discuss the topic and pick it apart and choose our top 5 iterations of said topic. Bob, what you got for us?
Okay, so my one is top 5 ebony porn stars.
Top 5.
Yeah, I just wanted to make you nervous. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh.
I didn't have them lined up ready. No, my one is top 5 children's cartoon shows.
Children's ebony porn stars.
I was like, wow.
Well, porn stars are for everybody. Porn stars are for everybody. Porn stars are for everybody. But
top 5 what?
children's cartoon shows. So not like for example, you can't say like South Park or Family Guy, because those aren't aimed at children. Those are adult cartoons. So I'm talking about cartoons that we would find on.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about cartoons you would find on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or Fox Kids or whatever, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you mean like of all time that we remember, or from a specific
From
time period,
our
or...
time as children, or even not even as children.
Okay, any cartoon we've seen, any child's cartoon we've seen.
Yes. So I am going to start with X-Men. X-Men, the cartoon series that is in my top 5.
Okay.
I think the voice acting, like the voice acting in other shows, I think was impressioned by the perfection that came from like oh my gosh, like from the different seasons of X-Men, like Genosha, from Genosha to Wolverine trying to steal Cyclops' babes. Whose phone is on?
Who's Genosha?
Genosha. All right. Genosha is like the mutant. It was. I'm gonna have to explain this to you for and also for the people that don't know. Genosha is an island that was supposed to be like a safe haven for mutants, but it turned out to be like a mutant camp for them to be exterminated there.
Isn't that what? Nothing. Go on.
That's Genosha.
That's very well explained. That's well explained. Go
on. But like, even from the like, I think part of it was influenced by the opening theme tune.
Yeah. What I love about that theme tune is that you can mix that in with Whitney Houston. Whatever you want from me, you will do everything with the bottom thing. I don't know how it goes after that.
I think that was one of the...
back in the day. I remember in college.
Say again?
What's that?
It used to be like a we used to MC to it back in the day in college.
Why are you laughing?
Is this another one of? I'm just because Justin's experiences. I've got this whole thing about Justin's experiences where we're talking and then he randomly just say something just crazy. Like I have no idea this is what Justin did. So right now he's telling me he used to MC. So I'll just go flashback in my head of Justin in the circle. Killer Man is dead. I mean, man was Justin said, but
I mean, it was never really like that. It was quite. I mean, obviously, I was, my lyrics were quite like, whoa.
I'm here for the gal them. I'm Justin. What? I saw them.
No, not even like that. It was no.
No?
I mean, I could do it, but it wasn't like that.
Do it.
I mean, it wasn't like that. It was like, I can't do it. No, it's too cringe.
God, no. The people want to know. What was your MC name?
Well, I was a DJ, so it was just MC Fader.
MC
F to
Fader.
the A,
All right,
D, E,
go
R,
on.
that's the one that they call Fader. Top to the top raver. That's the one they call Fader. F to the A, D, E, R.
Oh no! Wait! Do it again, but come in on the beat.
No, it's too much of a delay. It's not gonna do it.
Like that.
It won't land on time.
So you could have like back up, or get have up by me, get a face to erase me. Then you'll see when I do like I do. Lay low, bop to the bouncing flow. Hey yo, don't be hating or imitating or lyrics I'm lacing just for fun. Boards be number one. You know I can't run, never undone. Drawing you in like the sun. 1 second, what do you reckon? Am I in the flow? Am I making your heartbeat jump up? Say whoa, oh no, this is not to be expected. The boy you rejected is something and something. I'm contagious and you're infected. This is my bass side. I can't remember.
That sounds like a banger. That sounds like a banger.
Everyone's got lyrics.
So Liquid Crew, Liverless Crew, all of them.
Everyone
pay as you come.
Pay as you come. Oh, you're old, mate. Yeah, I love it. Ultimate.
All right, cool. So one of my top kids cartoons was X-Men. Even though, it was for kids. Who's my favorite?
Who's your favorite X-Men?
Oh, can I actually say that? I don't feel like I can say. Can you say?
Well, okay. What if I ask you?
Bar Wolverine.
What was your favorite X-Men? What is your favorite X-Men? Both questions.
What was and what is? Okay. Fuck me.
Do you know I had this conversation the other day because me and the missus have been watching this on Disney. Actually, we've been started again X-Men from beginning.
Oh, I got Disney Plus. I'm better than you.
I mean,
why did Daniel just do that Beyonce head bubble?
Because he said so did we.
Because we got it too. We're watching Disney Plus.
I've got 4 kids. Whatever. I'm a maid.
Came out the day before my birthday. It was a birthday gift to me. I love me. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right. What was my favorite X-Men? And what was my favorite X-Men was the one that died. The one that could clone. I forgot his name. It was
Morph. That was mine.
He lasted an episode.
Morph.
That was mine. That was mine.
He lasted an episode.
This is why I was saying to Amira. I was trying to get her to guess who my favorite X-Man was. And I remember as a kid.
Dude died in episode 1. What are you guys doing?
His powers were phenomenal for one, and for two, he came back later and was like, "What's up, bitches?"
Wait, have we had this conversation before?
No, we haven't. I'm not your missus, fam.
Okay. Why is so defensive? I don't understand.
That sounded so personal.
Isn't it? What did I do? Let me start typing in the messages.
No, I'm joking. No, I don't think we've had this conversation
Who's your
before.
new favorite?
It has to be Wolverine. Wolverine is the baddest. He's got little man syndrome. He knows it. He's got almost the best powers. Like the only person. The only people that can mess with him are Magneto, which he's done, but he still survived, and then Apocalypse. But Apocalypse is the equivalent of Superman to me. Like he's too perfect.
And his nemesis as well, because he's got
Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Sabretooth is nowhere near as good as Wolverine. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have that fuck you attitude. Like Sabretooth is.
The girl who's got adamantium in a
what, his missus?
Was that his missus?
Deathstrike.
That's not at one point.
Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike.
Yurigo!
Yurigo.
Yeah, he went to Japan. Like I feel like part of the reason why the movie with Hugh Jackman.
You call him huge.
I'm
gonna pronounce it GH.
No, wait.
Of course, he was huge.
Go on.
I said it on purpose. Specifically for Daniel's reaction. Daniel was just like, he just sat in his chair like, fucking dickhead. Obviously, I know his name, but like that, where the one where he had the sword and like, it was like, why do you have a sword when you have 3 knives in your hands? But it was a good movie. It was fun. But like, I don't think there's like, you couldn't have a solo Cyclops movie. No one gives a fuck. Everyone loves Wolverine because he's a dickhead. He's a bad man.
You could have a solo Cyclops movie. It's just the representation of Cyclops. So, Cyclops in the TV show.
Oh no, wait! Did you just say Cyclops by accident?
I don't think so.
I think he did. I'm gonna say yes, he did. Yeah.
We'll see in the edit. Guess who's editing, guys? Yeah, we'll
see if it stays in. Because I am the director.
Yeah, Cyclops.
Justify your Cyclops.
Okay. He is. I don't even know what to say. I just know that the version of Cyclops you got in the film was whack. He was like just moany, mopey little idiot, and the one in the cartoon, he was like it was a strong leader. I liked Cyclops in the cartoon. It was just because you were like, because the charisma, he's weak to you.
Because essentially it was all, his whole storyline was all about his love for another woman that he was trying to
the issue that
from Wolverine,
the thing that
felt like Wolverine didn't
no, but that was his babes. No, wait. I feel like you watched the cartoon wrong. Cyclops and Jean Grey were in a relationship. Wolverine came along with his miniature sexiness and almost took her away. Wolverine's like what, 5'3"? He's 5'3".
Remember, Jean was like, there was a point where she was just like, you know what, Cyclops, this might not work out. Like, I do have love for Wolverine or whatever, but he wouldn't let her go. He was just trying to still like hold her in there.
Is that not what love is, that Justin?
Yeah, but do you know what? He became a bit of the lovesick puppy in a sense, with like an incredible power, and like, I think
do you know what?
The personality and the power didn't make sense to me really with him.
The solo movie of Cyclops is an amazing movie, just because of the lineage. There's a whole story. He has his whole story, and then he has his kids. Yeah. So he's got his brother. He's got his kids. He's got Gambit and. No, it hasn't happened.
No, I'm just doing the hypothetical movie.
I was like, wow, Cyclops movie.
Because you got that whole thing, and you go to Cable and his story, and that's still coming from the Cyclops story.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think there's something in there.
I just think because of who he was and a mutant, he's supposed to be leader of the mutants and stuff, and to have one of his main flaws be the love for Jean Grey was rubbish, which is why Wolverine character is so dope, and it has so much more of a story arc. And it's just so much more in depth because we can see like the strife and the things and struggles that you had.
So you just like Wolverine because he's the bad boy that came up and fucked up a happy household?
No, not at all. I like his. I think he has more of a story to him. He's more relatable. He's more human.
I understand. I understand what Daniel's saying, but with what Daniel said, even within that, the lineage is what carries him up and down, above him. Like he's Cyclops by himself.
America. Do you know what I mean? Like he's that kind of like I'm
doing. Oh! Let's slow down there, sir. Captain America.
I like Captain America more so than Cyclops, for example. But like I think he's a bit more. It's all kind of like I'm doing this for the love of my Jean.
Okay. Can I just say we got off on a wild tangent just off my first cartoon.
But it's like the biggest one, bruv. We all would have said it. Like, let's be honest.
So is it on your list? Yes or no?
It's hard for me to not put it in my list.
Is it on your list or not?
It can't not be on the list, to be fair.
So is it on your list? Is it one of your 5?
Yeah. That was what I was going to say. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's in Justin's top 5.
It's not in yours. Yours, Bonton.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go through my top 5, and if it's in there at the end of it, because I'm not gonna say it immediately. It feels like it should be, but at the same time, I've got some cartoons tucked in,
Have you prepared your top 5 or something?
Nah, he said it, and it was like memories.
Don't live
No
like
corners
people
of
do.
my mind.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't a cartoon. Why are you looking confused, Justin?
because I thought the next line was memories don't live like people do, but then he was talking about the corners of his mind.
He's gone to the corners of his mind for the memories that he forgot.
Oh, they don't live like people do.
I don't know.
Justin's got X-Men, Bob's got X-Men.
Okay, it's your turn, Bourne. Top 5 children's cartoon.
Hey Arnold.
Fucking get some. Oof. Football head. Yeah. Whoa. Put the gun away, sir.
Pew pew pew.
What'd you say, Justin?
Not in my top 5, nah.
Mm.
And you know why, yeah? Because to me, Hey Arnold was like a maturer or older version of Rugrats. It had very similar themes.
Okay, fair enough. Kind of.
I don't see that at all.
Do you know what?
No?
I don't see
I feel
it.
I feel about Hey Arnold the same way I feel about Black Panther. Like it's kind of about Arnold, but it's not really about Arnold. It's really about the area. It's about the community. It's about the whole thing, the whole house, the whole building, all the characters that were in there. Well, the Rugrats weren't called Tommy, so that's like it's irrelevant, isn't it? Much like in the Black Panther film, that film should have been called Wakanda. It shouldn't have been called the Black Panther, or it should have been called Black Panther Wakanda, or something like that, because the film was about Wakanda. It wasn't about him.
But it was about his uprising and understanding where the Black Panther's coming from. Because the Black Panther was the main, like, superhero from Wakanda, isn't it?
Okay, you guys are going so far off. Like, I feel like we're just doing the adverts for Marvel right now. What the fuck? You said, "Hey Arnold."
Hey Arnold.
I knew this would happen.
You know
by
what?
the way.
All right,
I'm
so
cool with it,
focus.
No, I'm
I
cool
knew that
with
would
it. You
happen
just get. That'll be like fighting for it to roll freely, and Nicholas trying to contain
exactly,
it.
and it's just condensing. No, let's just where it goes. It goes.
What the fuck does Wakanda have to do with Hey Arnold?
Do you know what? That's up to the director when he has to edit.
The parallels between my feelings about Hey Arnold. I really enjoyed being pulled into that entire world and trying to figure out where I fitted in that world. It was really cool. I related to Helga and her crush on Arnold because I constantly had a crush on.
Yeah.
Who did Angelica have a crush on?
Angelica's the cousin. Angelica's the cousin.
No, Angelica from Rugrats.
Who did Angelica have a crush on?
Chucky.
Who did? What?
Chucky.
Charlie
When?
Chucky, the ginger hair one in Rugrats.
I didn't know that she had a crush on him. But
That did not happen.
Yes,
and
it
also,
did.
Angelica.
My gosh. Don't tell me about
Angelica.
Rugrats.
Oh my gosh, you gotta Google it now. I'm just saying, like, you said there was parallels, and I was as soon as you said that, it was like, who's gonna be Helga? And I thought Angelica, and it was like, but Angelica is Tommy's cousin. The main character in Rugrats is Tommy.
Okay, so I understand the parallels between Angelica and Helga, just because they're like the bullies who were soft when they were away from being bullied. Well, I think Angelica was. Helga definitely was. She's a big softie when she wasn't trying to put up the front.
Yeah, Angelica was the same. Yeah. Angelica loved off Chucky as well, but she would always...
What are you talking about?
When did that happen?
How?
When did that happen? When did that happen?
Did you guys ever watch Rugrats?
Yes!
I don't know what Rugrats you watched. I think you had like a puppet show.
There's a whole thing about Angelica liking Chucky online.
Okay,
it's just
so
me. Maybe it's
maybe it's uncomfortable to talk about children liking children.
But you're talking about Hey Arnold and Helga. What are you talking about? They're children too.
They're babies.
What?
They're literally babies. That Hey Arnold was when they're going through puberty and they're growing through high school and this, that, and the other. They have crushes.
I related to Helga and her crush on Arnold. I constantly had a crush on a girl at all times, and the way she spoke is similar to the way I spoke. And I related to Gerald in his black self. Did
you relate to Gerald just because he was black?
I think that might have just been it.
Yeah, because he was a bit of a weird character.
But that's what you do in it. When you watch these shows, you figure out who you are in the show. And I was Gerald because I was the black guy. It wasn't like I'm Gerald in my environment. It's just if I'm in Hey Arnold, I'm Gerald. But the main character's Arnold, so I'm also Arnold. You know.
Do you know what? Do you know what's funny? Yeah, and I know you guys think like sometimes I pull this shit out of the hat and stuff. But I'm just looking online. There's a whole thing here about parallel characters between Hey Arnold and Rugrats. Tommy Pickles as Arnold, Phil DeVille as Gerald, Lil DeVille as Phoebe, Angelica as Helga. Oh, Chucky as
Okay, cool.
Eugene,
Tommy
Ty
Pickles
as
is
Harold.
Captain America. Angelica is Scarlet Widow or whatever. Black
Can you
Widow.
find that
Well,
online that somewhere someone else has spoken about it?
there is. I guarantee you, there's a fanboy somewhere that's done something like that.
I'm sure there isn't.
All right, Dexter's Laboratory and Big Bang Theory.
What about it?
I can tell you they're two different shows, but people have correlations to them. People can find connections. This is what I do. I find connections where there's no connections to be had. This is my life.
But the parallels are there. It's fine. But my only
there's
question.
I didn't even know this. There's a whole crossover as well between Hey Arnold and Rugrats. Did anyone know that?
What?
Do you know what?
Arnold
Do you know what?
visits-
I'm
Arnold
questioning
visits
this.
Chuckle Finster in the hospital just as Chucky's on his deathbed. The reenactment of Sonic's deathbed. Second generation.
Okay,
I'm not
Daniel.
going crazy.
So when you're editing this, you're gonna have to find these articles and put them in to verify what Justin said.
Finding it hard to find the Chucky and Angelica romance fan fiction. Well, you've come to the right place. Like the people are having to create. I just don't remember there being any romance between Chucky and Angelica.
It
Anyway,
is
I
one of
don't
the
care.
first things that says, does Angelica like Chucky? It was like one of those kind of like, you read between the lines kind of thing in the story.
Okay, well that's what you've done because it wasn't written in the story.
No,
it was...
no. Don't dismiss me like that. How dare you?
Go on.
How
Please
dare
your
you?
case, wait.
It's not what
Okay,
you've
go
just done. It's just what you notice from watching something. You're like, oh, okay, cool. It's like watching Friends and just knowing that
That Joey was gonna fancy Rachel.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, what? Go on.
It's like watching Friends and just knowing that Joey fancies Rachel. Really, do you know what I mean? It's that whole kind of like those.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. They created that at the last minute trying to find something to say. Joey did not have a crush on Rachel the entire time.
It was always
No,
there.
No.
No.
Joey
Wait. Can I
women.
say? I fucked him over because he thinks he's talking about Russ. I said Joey.
Ross and Rachel. Yes, Ross and Rachel. That has been. That was like it was a thing until it became a thing, and it was like, oh my god.
No, but the thing is with that one, right from the get go. Right from the get go, that was written into that was damn near written into the script. It was proper, and that was not between the lines. That was blatantly. That was written. Russ likes Rachel. Episode 1. Russ says, episode 1. Russ says, "I just need a wife to show up out of the blue," and she walks into the coffee shop. Chandler says, "And I just won $1 million."
Wow, you watch way too much Friends.
Yes. Question me.
and Justin looks so confused right now. I don't know if it's because he's reading or because he doesn't understand. So you're just reading, you just zoned out everything that's happening right here.
Yeah.
No. I'm just reading because I'm trying to back up my point as well. I don't want to just say things for saying it.
Sometimes you have to go off on the cliff and just hope you land in the water.
Yo, we've got 3. Everyone's got 1 each right now. Okay. I don't know if Justin wanted to talk some more about.
What did you call him?
Justin.
You called him something like a hybrid between Justin and Jennifer.
You might want to work on your headphones, like get them sorted. I called him Justin.
So can I do my cartoon then?
You got to adjust them onto your ear.
Can I do my cartoon?
Well, I've got you down as X-Men for this round.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's not his. No, that's not his round. That he just agreed. So he's got 4 left. No, because I started.
You started, which means you would need to do your second before Justin does his.
I am the director. Sorry.
He hasn't done his.
It doesn't matter.
He hasn't done his first. He hasn't done his first. But he agreed with me.
X-Men. He said that X-Men would be on his list. It's cool. No, Justin can add another one if he wants, and he can riff on X-Men if he wants as well. What do you want? Where are you, right, Justin? Give us a show.
He's still reading about Rugrats.
No, I'm not.
No, I know.
I'm not anymore. I've given up. I
Go on.
realised that
What you want?
it's not worth it. So I was trying to teach you new things. No. My cartoon is a cartoon that should be on both of your lists, and it is Tom and Jerry.
Absolutely.
Tom and Jerry
Nope.
is for me.
Oh,
What?
don't
Tom and Jerry.
Don't take it
Without Tom
personally.
and Jerry, they would be like, they are so inspirational for all your other characters in cartoons. Like just the slapstick comedy, the ongoing rivalry. It's like Coyote and what's his face?
Roadrunner.
Coyote, Roadrunner, and yeah, Coyote and Roadrunner.
What the
It's
fuck,
a-
sir? You started with one, you got the
Yeah,
other, and you just
I thought I couldn't. Yeah, doesn't Coyote because his name's something else, isn't it? It's got another name.
Wile
Is it
Coyote.
Wiley, thank you. So Wiley Coyote and Roadrunner, etc. Like they're
So is the Roadrunner Stormzy in this situation?
so you're such an idiot. See, I was on something there, man. You messed me up. But basically, Tom and
What?
Jerry set down the foundations for a lot of what we see
I don't give
nowadays.
a damn.
Okay, can I
That's
finish my
the-
point?
Hold
on, wait.
You
Can I just
you
pause?
asked me to speak, and now you
can I
come and
just-
interrupt me with your
Wait,
big headphone self.
Whose stomach just rumbled so loud I heard it?
Not mine.
Daniel, was
Go
that
on,
you?
what can you- Put your headphone on your ear.
I wish we were doing this live. I'd punch you in the throat. Oh my gosh.
No, I have water. Sorry. Okay. So
Yo, that argument about the making them setting the foundations down, that's not an argument of the quality. That's just an argument of where we've come from.
Okay, cool. And the quality of Tom and Jerry was even to this day,
Make
it still
that
makes
point.
me laugh. It still makes
Make
me
that
laugh.
point.
Okay, don't tell me what to
Okay.
do. I'm telling you about Tom and Jerry and how great it is. Don't direct
This
me.
is how you formulate an argument, Justin. Well done, sir.
Mate, I can't wait. I literally
Oh,
cannot wait till
gosh.
we're all in the same room together because we're gonna scuff.
So-
We're gonna scuff.
So I think one of the great things about Tom and Jerry is, you know, like it's the comedy, it's the music, it's the constant will he ever catch him, etc. And I just think it's a cartoon I can watch at any time, at any mood that I'm feeling, and still have enjoyment from it. And I think it's as well as it also being Tom and Jerry, it's got very memorable characters as well, like Thomas, the mother, and then Bruno,
Racist.
I think the dog as well. Yeah, maybe it was a little bit, but it was still enjoyable.
Because there was the wife, the mother of the kids that Thomas had to look after when Jerry was fucking around, and then there was
And then she was the maid, wasn't she, or whatever?
Yeah, she was the maid, and she was the one like and every once in a while they do a little blackface, but you know we'll
We'd
look
never
past
see her
that
face.
for now.
We'd never see her face.
I'm talking about the cartoon itself. Like Thomas will get
I
blown
see.
up with a dynamite stick that he had for Jerry, and then he had a little back place. And
That's not really
if you want it, I would
You think Tom and
literally.
Jerry? You think Tom getting blown up and his face getting black is blackface? I think that's
Yes.
a bit of a reach.
Okay, when I send you the pictures of the blackface, we'll have this conversation.
The
Daniel,
blackface, I think, should be more about the idea of the stereotypical Southern American maid who is, you know,
like if you like, I think Daniel's doing the research now. The maid in itself was the one that looked after the kid. She probably breastfed the white little baby or whatever. But let's not get into that.
Shit.
There
Okay, I
is
see
undertones
what
of
you're talking
racism.
Between the
There
lines,
are-
I
yeah?
can see the Tom and Jerry blackface. Okay, cool, I see that.
Okay, and when he blows his face
That
up in
wasn't
a
really
barrel,
when he got blown
he
up,
blows he'll blow his face up in a barrel. He looks like a sunflower, and he's got red lips and a black face.
No, you see, okay, cool. I saw it where, for example, where Jerry had his head in a pot of ink and he came up and then he smiled and whatever. I get that's blackface. I think being blown up and your face turning black, I don't think that's blackface. I think
I didn't say that. I was saying the blackface was blackface. There were different. There's so many episodes.
of course.
There were so many
Okay, so-
episodes in back in the day.
This isn't really coming to my mind. Like, I can't remember it specifically, but
Because you don't fucking like the show.
I remember like Jerry being like,
So-
having. He had a bit where he was supposed to be some sort of like a cannibal or whatever with the bone in his head and stuff like that. I get that, but that was a thing about the times. I don't think that still reflects on how about the cartoon itself. Do you know what I mean? I still think it was a great cartoon.
It was a great cartoon,
Okay.
but there was still some racist things in it.
Yeah, but I mean, you could probably find that in most things, bruv, that were made at that time.
I'm not trying to justify it. I'm not trying to explain it. I'm just trying to
Is it in your top 5?
It's still in my top 5, but it still had issues.
There you go.
is it? It's in your top 5, bro.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry. No, because Tom and Jerry, for me, that was like people tell me, "Oh yeah, why haven't you watched Scarface?" And it was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be a drug dealer. I don't need like the master plan
Have you not watched
or whatever." I've watched Scarface. Shit, I had to watch it because everyone said, "Well, have you not watched Scarface?" So I watched
I
it.
was a fully grown adult with a beard before I watched Scarface.
Exactly. I watched it when I was like 24. I watched it when I was 24. But Tom and Jerry, I grew up with. I appreciated it because it's.
Justin, put your lips away. Just put them back in.
Oh, tuck him in.
Well, thankfully, you can hear the audio of just me singularly. So you'll hear what I actually said without you two motherfuckers talking over me.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter now. It's all in the edits.
Yeah, I was just saying lines.
I don't know. I don't know. If you're upset, then speak it.
Say hello to them, your little friend.
That's not what I said.
All I have is my.
When did
thread and
Scarface
my
become
balls.
Hamlet?
What was you? That's what you were doing.
No, it wasn't. You weren't
That's what it
listening.
looked like.
All right,
That's what
so
it looked
do it
like.
again then. Do it again.
No,
Maybe-
it's in the edits. I'm not doing it again for comic. No.
No, so people can understand.
No.
No. What? Did you want to finish talking about Tom and Jerry? Because
No, it's fine. We're done with Tom and Jerry. I made my points.
No, I'm talking about Tom and Jerry now.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Because it's in my that's one of my 5 as well. But it was the music. It was like the cartoon version of like Laurel and Hardy or the Three Stooges. There was no words. It was just on
Question.
site. Huh?
Did you watch those shows?
Yes, I have.
Did you? Okay, fine. You have.
I did.
Okay,
I
cool.
didn't watch them when they were out. I wasn't alive for some of them.
I don't mean when they were out. I mean when you were watching. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At
I
all.
didn't watch those shows. I didn't watch those shows.
Haven't watched those shows. I haven't. I didn't.
Yeah, but also it reminded me of Mr. Bean. Like Mr. Bean, like a lot of people don't know that Mr. Bean was on crud. You know, if you watch Mr. Bean back, he was on crud. He didn't do it like directly, but he was smacking man up and run away. He would run away. Fair enough, but he would smack a man up, bounce. But Tom and Jerry, it was like, yo, they're just talking shit. But they don't say that. The music does it for you. The orchestra that comes in behind it. I don't know if it's Metro Goldwyn Mayer or whoever, but like they never spoke. And the new Tom and Jerry, I don't like it at all because they've got some weird shit going on with it. But the old school
What about
one,
the Tom and Jerry music said it's on site? Whoop, brum, 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 brum. What about that said it's on site? What about
It was-
said you were talking Greg?
okay. What episodes of Tom and Jerry?
Like what about that?
No. You're making those totally wrong sounds for the cartoon, sir. I don't understand. I don't think it's because you don't like it that you didn't pay attention to the right sounds.
Can you do your, right, can any of you do your best Tom scream?
The kids are
it's late.
sleeping. No.
It's
I
iconic.
remember that.
It's iconic.
And
I
Jerry,
don't remember it.
You can't
and
remember
then
Tom's scream.
all right, cool. You don't remember that, but then like when Jerry would get the hammer, and then Tom would be like, ah, because he would wake the baby. There was so many different things. It was like we don't speak, we don't use words, but we just express ourselves. It was like ouch, ooh, allergy. But I think Jerry was the bad guy in that cartoon. To be fair,
I agree.
And Tom was just trying to protect the family, but Jerry was just a little prick. But you loved him, innit? And he was the little one, so he was the one who was just like, I'm just a little mouse, just doing my thing, I just
Like,
do some cheese.
I used to watch it sometimes and just try and find out episodes where Tom had started shit, and there weren't many. Most of it was Jerry just being a bit, like you said, being a bit of an arsehole. And he's like, I'm troubling this poor cat for.
No, Jerry's a full-time prick. No,
Do you know, I'm gonna put X-Men in mine just thinking about it. X-Men.
just because just talk about Tom and Jerry, he was like, X-Men can make it. Yeah, okay.
Can I get a re-up?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I want to talk about Tom and Jerry. While you talk about that.
Well, he's got his headset in it, so you can still hear. We've got
Okay,
to see
so. And you know, I feel like in Super Smash Brothers, they've taken that and given it to Super Mario. But that's neither here nor there. If you like Super Smash Brothers, holler at me, I'll smack you up. But in my opinion, like it was just that on-site beef all the time. You just got the whole fucking bottle. He's got the whole wine in his hands. He's got the whole wine.
I think it makes more sense rather than going back now. Oh, it's finished. There's another bottle where that came from.
So it sounds like an absolute fail plan then.
This is the first day I felt actually alright to even drink alcohol, to be fair, for about a week and a half. So.
It's alright.
What was wrong? What was wrong? Why you couldn't drink alcohol?
I've just been feeling really under the weather.
Okay, alright.
You should have a hot toddy.
I was about to say, I've had many of them. Oi, habits.
No. All right, cool. Yeah, so. I can't tell if my lips look dry on the camera or not, so I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious. So, Justin, you got what? 2 now? We've all got two now, right?
We all got 2 each, yeah.
Okay, so we move on to my next one.
Go on then, yeah, go on.
Wait. What was yours, Daniel?
He
Huh?
You got to talk for me.
I couldn't hear you. So what was yours?
I got X-Men. No, Justin Nicholas was about to try and... Anyway, I got X-Men and Hey Arnold.
Okay.
I wasn't going to talk for you, dickhead. I was like, no, I'm... Fucking prick.
It's going to be an assist. Alley-oop. Catch it. Put it in the basket.
I will throw you the alley-oop and you definitely miss it, you shit basketballer.
That's an amazing basketballer. Let's move on.
Justin, did you come back with crisp as well so we can hear you crunch? What's this?
I decided not to talk.
Just soak the crisps in the wine so we don't hear you chew. It's right in your jaw.
We're recording our sound individually, so it shouldn't really matter.
Bob, go for it. I'm afraid. Come on.
Dickhead 2, shut up.
Wait,
number
sorry,
3.
1 second, Nick. Your camera's gone a bit out of focus for a second.
What do you want me to do? I don't know if the government's in on this or not.
Yo, you like you got some smudges on your lens. So you just wipe it down or something.
I just wiped it down. Is that acceptable? Is it better?
It's the same, thank you.
It's the same. So what the fuck has that got to do with me? There's nothing to, like, what, do you want to go and find a microfiber right now? Is that your plan?
I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do.
Wow, that sounds so rapey. Should I carry on with my third cartoon?
It's not. Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's not. I'm giving you a choice, even though you don't have one.
Girl, I wanna make you sweat.
Whoa, no, don't sing those songs, no. There are trigger words. This is why my camera's blurry, because the FBI has been watching me.
And if you cry.
No.
I'm gonna make you sweat more.
No, that's not how the song goes. That's not how the song goes.
I make up lyrics from most of
if you cry, I'm gonna push it some more.
That's not what he says.
Go on,
That's
Google
exactly
it.
what he says.
It said
Oh
push it.
my gosh, really?
Is this Justin was 31,
And if you cry, I'm gonna
31
push it,
years old
push
when
it,
he
push
found
it
this
some
out.
more. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, la 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 la
rapey
long, long,
song
me
is
long,
that?
long, long.
The one that
Yo.
hit the top 10.
Gosh, these British people, they know nothing about Jamaican culture.
Yeah, they're all Jon Snow. Fucking hell. What do you mean? You didn't know yourself.
Oh, I need to look up those lyrics. I can't even believe that's even a thing. Was it?
Yo,
That was
that
All
is
right,
the-
while you look up those lyrics, I'm going to say my number 3. My number 3
biggest rap
is...
song out there.
My number 3 is The Amazing World of Gumball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
Do you concur, Daniel?
Most definitely.
I don't even know
The
what it is.
I'm
amazing-
running out of.
The Amazing World of Gumball. There is hilarity for children, for adults, for people that don't even know what's happening. There's so many bright colors. There's Frankfurters shouting in the microwave. It's so true to life, and it's for children, but it's also for the parents that have to watch cartoons all day with their children. It's amazing. I think
There's a level.
Just saying, it
There's a
does
level
say
of-
in the lyrics, and if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Which is
it
better
doesn't
than
matter if you cry inside. He's gonna push it more. It's still a
Yeah, but
rapey
cry
song.
out as
Why
in
you
going,
going back to the rape? Why you going back to the rape? We've
it's
moved
not
on.
really rapey. It's not really rapey. It's not as rapey.
Okay,
as
I
let's-
mean, we may have to listen to this song to just hear that out because I ain't never heard that out before. It sounds like someone
if-
put it in there just to
And
make
if
it.
you cry out, it's in like he doesn't take a breath. He doesn't take a breath.
Push it some more. Yeah, that makes
So when he
sense.
pushes it some more.
And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it. So yeah, that makes sense because that's what happens, isn't it? When you have sex and she's like, oh, you're like, yeah, I'm winning. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more.
Okay. Maybe we should have this conversation on another one because we're talking about children's cartoons.
Just stop ending on flow, man.
No, I know.
I told you this would happen.
What do you mean? You didn't.
Yes, I did.
Maybe
Did
you
I-
were talking to Daniel behind my back. Oh, Daniel, did I not say this? Oh, someone just threw themselves under
I
the
remember
bus.
talking to
Fuck
Daniel.
you,
No,
dickhead.
it wasn't. Actually, no, I think you were here. Yes, we were talking on the fucking WhatsApp call. And I said, but, it'll mess up the flow because we just... Sorry, is your imaginary watch okay?
No, I'm getting alerts.
Oh, okay.
You see our
look, my
faces.
face. That's weird.
It's a big get bub.
Look, boom.
Oh, it's me.
Oh.
Hey! You don't care?
That's
It's
pretty
fine.
cool, man.
Go on,
I
man.
think I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to look up the cartoon you're talking about. 'Cause what was it called again?
The
The
Amazing World of Gumball.
Gumball. Yo, they managed to get all the adult jokes in there and make it for the kids at the same time. Intelligent. Like, you watch Tom and Jerry, so what's it called? Ren and Stimpy as an adult, and you're like, children shouldn't be watching this.
But when we watched Ren and Stimpy as a kid, we never saw.
We just didn't see it. But the thing is,
It was there.
with
It was
the Amazing
barefaced.
World of Gumball, I can watch this with my children and feel comfortable with them watching it, and I can laugh my ass off.
Didn't we start this, though, saying that this is only for children's cartoons?
This is for
Not-
children's cartoons, but the fact that it works for adults as well. I loved it. I loved it as a kid. If I could watch a show and I know my mum was actually enjoying it and not just letting me watch it.
But this is
Something
this is not an adult cartoon. It's not like on Adult Swim. This is on Cartoon Network. There is no expletives. There is just subtle innuendos, and the writing is genius. The writing is genius in the sense that it can appeal to adults and children and fanboys. Like, they've got a whole episode where the mum has a fight in anime.
Yeah, I'll put it in mine as well.
I will look this cartoon. No, I don't know it, so I can't put it in there. But
Well, you need to
Well, I'll watch
I got a feeling I'm gonna have to drop something because like, I love
It's fine.
it. Yeah. Alright, well I've got 3 now. So
How many have I got? I've
Justin,
got 3 as well.
You got 3 as well, yeah. So Justin?
my next cartoon, I think, is probably going to be Animaniacs.
Oh, you dickhead!
And do you know why?
I forgot that.
Do you know why?
Yes.
Because again, it is kind of reminding me what you just said about the the Gumball, whatever it is called.
The Amazing World of Gumball, respect it,
Yeah,
sir.
sorry, the Amazing World of Gumball, right? Because it did have those in jokes as well, and it was really slapsticky, but it was jokes as well, and there was a lot of music as well. Like, you know, and I always like, you remember like the musical songs like they done with the periodic table with countries around the world and stuff like that. And
The Countries
also,
Around the World was one of my favorite ones.
yeah.
His memories are good, man.
And do you know what? And also, it was like a wicked, like it was like a cartoon comedy sketch show, which I thought was dope. Like,
Okay,
good
I love
idea.
you, bye-bye.
Yeah, good idea.
The fucking
good idea playing catch
monster
with the dog.
pigeons. The monster
Bad idea.
pigeons.
Yeah. Bad idea playing catch with your dog. Like, it was stuff like that. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the whole dead guy that was like a he was like a dummy or something like that. You just said it. Good idea, bad idea. He was a dummy. Good idea, bad idea.
Oh yes, yeah. So I remember it in pots. Do you know what I'm saying?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I just remember the phrase: "Good idea playing catch with your dog. Bad idea playing catch with
your dog."
Like,
it's
it
all
was
about
just-
grammar
it was
and
just-
stuff,
it
and
was- yeah, it
that
was
taught
just
me.
great little sketches, and then the chicken who.
He's not a man, he's a chicken poo. It's like, how did they not know? He's a chicken.
And like he was a detective, a sheriff in the town.
But the
And
thing
they
is,
would go to
with-
him and go, "What do you think?" He's like, and like, it was just
You're
such-
right, chicken poo.
and
It was her with the knife in the kitchen.
and yeah, and he's like, "What?" And then Almira, and then the dog when he got beaten up all the time. Like, it was just so much.
Wasn't the dog with Almira?
Yeah, no, that's the dog that didn't talk. There was another dog no, he was a chicken as well. The
The dog,
Johnny Bravo type chicken.
No, that was chicken poo. The
No,
Johnny Bravo type chicken poo.
There was
The Johnny Bravo type was chicken poo.
there was a chicken that
and then
used to talk
Almira
as
was
well.
okay. I love you, bye bye.
Yeah,
and then
and
the
that was
dog
with
would
the
always
dog.
try and save her.
Yeah, but remember there was another chicken who used to go on. He was a rooster, and he used to go on like he was a bad man, but he wasn't.
I don't know if you're watching the same show I watch. Daniel,
The
Chime.
gangster pigeon, and the gangster pigeons got taken over in what do you call it, in Madagascar. That was basically that theme with the penguins. Is it penguins?
I don't know. I think you need to Google this because me and you was on a roll and on the Animaniacs. Daniel sat back and he was like, "Fuck that shit." And
No, my memory of the Animaniacs is weak because like I know I enjoyed it when I watched it, but you guys are saying all this stuff and it's bringing these really vague memories
Of
back.
course, Pinky in the Brain. Duh.
There you go. There's a show.
But
And then that was
part of
so
Animaniacs.
They
good.
came from Animaniacs, didn't they?
Yeah, they were Animaniacs.
yes,
It's Pinky
And then they got their own show.
yeah, because Pinky and the Brain was so popular. They got their own spin-off. It was like Frasier from Cheers.
And then you had the squirrel.
Yeah, the squirrel, the anger with anger issues, and she had a dog with her. Didn't she
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
dog with her?
No,
And that
the
was a
squirrel
stupid
The
dog.
squirrel had the little squirrel with her.
Oh, the
So you
stupid
had-
squirrel.
Yeah, so you had chicken poo, and then there was another one. There was another rooster guy.
Rooster. Are you talking about I say Saw.
No, that was with Daffy Duck. That one. Oh, maybe. Do you know what? Maybe my mind has messed them up. Maybe you're right, actually.
Yeah. Because that was the
Foghorn
one that
Leghorn. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah. Okay, no, that's different. So I think because you know what, in my head, the chicken poo looks like Foghorn Leghorn.
I think that was a mockery of him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
But I've really enjoyed Animaniacs, and that's on my list as well. It wasn't on my list before, but it's on my list.
Yeah, because it had so many cartoons, like, and the idea that they
Yeah,
were coming
it was
from the
it was
Warner
literally a
Brothers
cartoon
Studios
sketch
and
show.
stuff.
It was literally a cartoon
and
sketch
and
show.
also it used to take the piss out of politics, out of American
Yeah,
politics and
like
whatever.
I
which was
remember,
just
I
so
remember
dope.
Bill Clinton was on there playing the saxophone.
Yeah. It was fucking like, what?
I
This is
remember that.
awesome.
And I remember one episode. I can't remember it exactly verbatim, but it was like check for fingerprints, and it was like found him. And it was like no fingerprints. It was like nah, I'm not so sure about that. She had I think it was Dot found Prince, like Purple Rain Prince. She found him. She was like yeah, And she was like, no, fingerprints. And she was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Animaniacs was quality, man.
Yeah, that's definitely on my top
Man.
5
They
as
had a whole
well.
video
was
game.
like-
Shit.
Yeah, no, there was a bunch of them that had
Didn't
video
even know.
games.
Yeah, I'm just having a look now. Monopoly.
Like no, fuck Monopoly. That's a dickhead game. Like, but like The Lion King was a good game. I think Mickey Mouse had a game with Donald Duck where you could play 2-player.
Yo, you guys were as poor as I am. How do you have access to all these games?
Oh, I had white friends.
Do you remember do you remember like every time like he'd was it Yak? Wasn't that
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
He used to fall in love, and he'd be like, and he used to have this really voice.
Hello,
like
nurse.
Nurse, yeah, the nurse. Great. And then the weird.
Oh shit,
guy.
Justin! Do you remember that time I was actually in hospital and I was flirting with the nurse?
Yes.
Good times.
How's your eye, man?
is that the story?
I bust my head. They gave me stitches. I didn't know what was going on. They put me on some sort. Huh?
I still got pictures of that for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was high. I was high of the drugs the doctors gave me, and then I got to the hospital after they gave me those drugs, and then. I remember Justin and Zeeks were sitting there, and there was a nurse talking to me, and I saw her, and I was like, "You are beautiful." And then it was like, "Yeah, you need to quiet down, Nick." And then I was like, "No, she's so peng." Like, and the thing is, I think because I was being so loud, the people in the room next to me. They were like, quiet people. Some people are in here for serious reasons. Just like, my head's bleeding too, bitch. I had no sense. Yeah, and then because I think because the people next door had complained, the nurse I felt like it was intentional. I think she came back with an extra big needle to give me my IV or whatever, because it was like, the needles aren't usually this size. What are you doing, lady? And it was the fat, unattractive one. So I don't know. Maybe I was flirting with her girlfriend. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the other little sketch things in Animaniacs, because there was loads.
I think we should look
Bob,
into it.
Is Animaniacs in yours as well?
Yeah.
Animaniacs.
Those are the facts. It's time for Animaniacs.
That weird scientist.
That is cute and whack your wax. We are zany to our max. There's baloney in our sacks. We're Animaniacs. Totally insane. And then every episode they would have a brand new. It was fucking genius.
It was incredible. How did they even allow that on TV? When you think about it now, because some of those
Warner
jokes
Brothers.
are like, ooh.
There's probably a Weinstein involved.
Because they had a lot of, I just remember a lot of like political jokes. They used to go back in history and to do their own versions of history and shit of things that happened. Like, Dot used to sing, like it was dope, man.
Yeah. I think Daniel's tired of us talking.
I know, right? He's like, I don't remember. I have children of my own.
So how many? Bunton, how many have I got? I got 4, right?
Yeah, you got 4.
Okay. So is it your turn?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Man.
Are you gonna make me drop one?
Why'd I make you drop one?
If you bring a good one, like someone's gonna get shifted out of top 5. It's like children.
Someone has to leave when a better child comes along.
Yeah.
Is that how we do it? I'm doing it wrong.
No, you have to wait till they get to 18.
Oh man, I feel like this is like a cheat code. Like I'm actually like you know.
You can
can't play that character.
Grand Theft Auto. What?
Dragon Ball Z, man. Like the fact that we mentioned it.
No,
Like,
that's not a kid's show. That's not a kid's show.
How is it?
I mean, yeah, it is.
No, okay, cool. So when you abandon your children to go and shoot aliens, it's not a kid's show.
What are you talking
Didn't I not
about?
say at the
Of course
beginning?
it is. Then you can't. If that's the case, then you can't put in the gumbo, whatever it's called.
There is no. There is no.
can't do that.
What? Go on, say what was the TV show, Justin?
It
He
was.
doesn't know. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Leave
You
him.
sound like the black guy in Forrest Gump. You're gonna make gumbo. You're gonna have some shrimp.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think.
No, Gumbo doesn't have any gratuitous violence. There is a scene where Goku sacrifices himself and gets a hole in his heart and dies.
But he doesn't. Really
And that makes it not a child show. I mean, they say "you bastard" a lot in that. You bastard.
I mean,
bastard!
I'm sorry, but it's a cartoon, man. And the thing is, you got. I think if you're in Japan, that is a cartoon. For
Okay,
it's a
do you live in
cartoon.
Japan?
Nothing stops it from being a cartoon.
But that's where it was made. It's a cultural thing.
But
They
it's
don't
an
see it
anime.
as a
It's
part-
made
anime.
as a cartoon, but
It's anime.
is it? It's a cartoon, but the criteria is that it's a children's cartoon, which is why I'm questioning whether I can say it or not.
Which is why
Is it a
I
children's
specifically
cartoon?
said children. Which is why I specifically said
They
children.
put
But
it
all
on-
of mine would have
they-
been anime otherwise.
They put it on Cartoon Network, and I'm pretty sure they ain't wait until 9 to do it either.
Exactly. Well, they wouldn't. No. There's no water.
But then also you have to remember you have to remember they edited it for Cartoon Network. So they take
So
out all
I
the
think-
gory scenes.
No, I think we're being too deep with that. I think it is a cartoon.
I have no issue with the edited version, if you want to say that. Dragon Ball Z Kai, do you want to call it that? Because I watched all the Dragon Ball Z Kai and I loved it the way they gave it to us.
Because they cut out all the bullshit. They cut out the fucking 16 weeks of 5 minutes.
And all that stuff ruined Dragon Ball Z for me when I watched it the first time. Watching it with my son this time. And that's the thing as well. I played that for Kyle when he was 4, 5, whatever. He loved it. I'm putting it down. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is an amazing cartoon, anime, whatever you want to call it. Just quality storylines. The Cell Saga, the evolution of Gohan. The lineage going back and just seeing the Bardock and King Vegeta going into Goku and Prince Vegeta and Gohan, Goten and Trunks and all the relationships there and then going all the way through to Super, which I'm not really including because I said Dragon Ball Z, but you go through to Super and then you've got the next generations, they all get together and they need 5 of them and Pam was pregnant at the time, which meant there were 5 Saiyans and then we could get the Super Saiyan God. And then
Wait, I didn't understand that. All I heard was super sphincter, and I was like, "What the fuck?" you did something to your microphone. You was like, "You can get the super sphincter." What did you say?
I said Super Saiyan God.
Oh, Super Saiyan God. Okay.
Yeah. Which I think should have been called the Saiyan God, and then the blue one should have been called the Super Saiyan God instead of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. What kind of stupidness is that? Saiyan God,
Spoiler
Super
alert.
Saiyan God.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, if you haven't seen it, then. Yeah.
Fuck you. If you haven't seen it, fuck you. I don't care. You should have been up to date. It's not my fault. You've been behind.
Imagine there's somebody here waiting to watch their first episodes of Tom and Jerry. Like, Justin!
No. You're trying to drag him down with you. He's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking Justin with me. And then Justin's going to be like, well, fuck you, Nick. That's the way I see myself on your screen. So,
I mean, if we were ranking this in order, like Dragon Ball Z would be number 1.
okay, but
If I'm young and I'm watching it just for the excitement, it's the number 1. If I'm a grown up, as I am now, watching it now, as an adult, number 1 still.
Just for the excitement, I understand. If the reason why I said children's, I'm not gonna try and take it away. The reason why I said children's because I feel like anime is a category of itself anyway.
So, are you saying excluding anime? Are you saying it can't be anime?
That's what.
This is your rules. Give us the rules.
I'm not gonna take away DBZ because we grew up with it. Like if I took away, and like we had the English version and we grew up with it on Cartoon Network. We had to wake up super early or get home before 4:30 to watch it. So I'm not gonna try and take it away. but I feel like anime would be a category of its own. But
I can absolutely agree with that.
Because they were mainstream cartoons, and they are cartoons. Animes are cartoons without a shadow of a doubt. But because they were mainstream ones, if I was to try and say I'll take away DBZ, I have to take away Pokemon.
Really?
That's an anime as well.
Fair enough.
So I can't take it away because it was on.
But nobody said Pokemon. Are you saying that Pokemon's on your list and you want to be able to say it?
No, I just want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
It's funny though because you have travelled across the land searching far and wide. I've seen the photos.
I caught one. That was my real test.
Did you train in? Did you make it your course?
Yeah, I got the powers that was inside. Yeah.
That's kind of impressive.
Justin was like, "When's my turn? Why didn't you jump in?"
Yo,
No.
How are you guys?
Watching it.
How are you guys with your list right now? How are you feeling about your list? Because I'm actually feeling a bit uncomfortable with one of the things on my list.
You're uncomfortable. I'm fine with mine. What are you taking?
Surprise.
You're gonna take off X-Men?
Throw a spanner in the works, director. Go on.
Nah,
I'm gonna spice
X-Men's
it up
prime
a
real
little
estate and this estate. Yeah, forget it. Nah, I'm cool. I said X-Men's
go on.
prime real estate on. Nah, it's cool.
He's treating it like it's a monopoly. Like he's got a couple of houses to put on it. Nah, he wants to get rid of X-Men and give one of his original thoughts. Go on, it's up to you.
No. X-Men's definitely not. X-Men's staying. You're not hearing me. X-Men is prime real estate. X-Men can't go nowhere.
So
X-Men's golden, bruv. Golden.
So what are you saying? What are you having issues with?
Hey Arnold, really?
Oh, really? Are you? Well, what a surprise!
It's because you messed it up with the Rugrats,
Like,
didn't it?
wait
He
a
feels
minute,
away
it's just
now.
like the Rugrats. I can't believe I never saw this.
Why does he have that accent in your head? Come on, guys. Can we do some authentic accents?
Most
I don't
people do.
understand.
Otherwise, I'll be talking like this. This is kind of how you sound.
Is that your
Sorry,
Daniel
was
voice?
that was that me?
Is that your
That
Daniel
was
voice?
you. Yeah, it's very like I don't know. It's lazy, but just saying words because I suppose I have to.
I am outraged.
I'm
That is
outraged.
disgusting.
Wait.
Like sometimes Daniel talks like he's like there's a typewriter talking for him. Well, I think I'll have you know that I. Sorry, that's how people read differently in my head, don't they?
You know when how they really feel comes out.
That's really good. Do me. I want to know how. No, that was really good. No, because when you brought out the typewriter, I was like, holy shit, he does. He was like, I just want to let you know that I feel that this is not acceptable in terms of the. And then he starts with the next level. What do you want? Why?
Daddy is busy.
Why are you here? Do you not have a mother? You have a mother. I made sure to keep her. So for times like this, go and speak to your mother. Mother.
Oh,
Mother.
God.
Yes. Okay. Bye, baby. I love you. Fuck off.
He's like a voiceover of like a really long story.
Do you know what? I watched one episode of Black AF. You're so fucking Kenya.
You know, I can't even argue with it.
Oh
God, it's
great.
You're so fucking Kenya. But
why would you
I
say
just
that?
worry how my kids are gonna see me because I've grown up around you, and I'm gonna be as much of a dickhead as you are. I feel like Justin's gonna be the nicest to his kids out of all of us.
I watch Black as Fuck or Black AF, and I'm like, I've got to do better. I'm seeing the parallels. And I'm laughing my head off. But
Have you watched,
That is
have you watched the whole
hilarious.
thing?
I should change my
Dan, have
life.
you watched the whole thing?
I finished it. Yeah.
Dude, the vacation had me in tears. when he said,
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I told you. I said one episode. One episode. One episode. One
It's
episode.
not a spoiler. It's not a
One
spoiler.
episode. Suck
But
dick.
you know what?
Shut your mouth.
You know
Put
what?
dick
got
in your
me,
mouth
yeah?
and shut
It's
up.
not a spoiler. Shush, man. But like when he goes, but it's silk. Do you know how much that got me?
Do you know what?
I was like, oh my god.
Kylie looked at me when that happened, and I was like, I can't even deny that would not be me.
Oh my gosh. He was so
Alright.
Yeah, I love that episode too.
All right.
Catch up, dude.
Nicholas.
Hurry up, man. Shit. Yeah, go on. Say something.
I will
I'm angry
refrain.
right now.
No,
Can't wait to
because
see
I told
you.
you, spoiler. Like, Daniel, I don't know if you
Nick,
know.
I'll tell you how
like,
Nick talks. Nick talks on every breath. So, like, he's almost like waiting, and it's like the words are just feeding into his head as it goes, like that. That's basically like how, in my head, that's how I see how you talk. You asked me to do you, so I did you. There you go.
Do you know, I could do a perfect Nicholas impression if I could think that fast. I just can't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He thinks very fast. So that's why his words, I see him as his words being in front of him almost, and he's going cha 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 cha. It's like a video game.
There's no filter.
Yeah, and go that's a,
And I'd literally, if I was gonna do that, I'd have to literally break my filter, just snap it in half to let those words, those ridiculous thoughts come through.
Which is why you speak a bit like this.
Yes, this is right. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, just waiting for his cue to get in. Yeah, Daniel.
No, because I was just sitting here being butthurt, but then it was just like, yeah, I have to break my filter in order to get through. So you have to go, shh. Oh shit, this one's done. Break the filter. Oh shit, I'm not lit now. What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's happening. I'm just talking to glass.
Like running your hands over a typewriter. That's good.
I was just sitting here being butthurt. I was gonna give no rebuttal, but he switched it to you at the last minute. I was like, yes. The focus is no longer on me. I'm no longer the butt of the joke. Oh, Justin, man. Whatever you're drinking, keep drinking it. You are hilarious today.
Oh, thanks, man. Because normally...
Yeah. So for that typewriter stuff, screw both of you. Justin's built like an alligator, and his top lip is as smooth as baby thighs. So.
Do you know what, bro? I was in the mirror this morning looking at myself, going...
Oh, no, wait. Did you say my
why
lip?
did
My
you not
top
say
lip is smooth as...
crocodile?
Oh, no, wait.
Like, why an alligator? A little crocodile?
Oh, no, wait. Justin, you're upset about the crocodile thing. Did you just say my top lip is smooth as baby thighs?
Baby thighs.
Baby thighs, you know?
Do you know what? It's so funny you say that. When we were doing this video the other day, I was looking at Theo and I was like, I don't actually know where his lips begin, and his face kind of, it's just like, it just kind of melts into it. I never noticed really before. I was like, I was like, oh yeah, it melts. It's like, you know, like if you get a bit of clay and just make the lips.
And the nose.
Well, normally you take another bit of clay and put it on. No, you just go and make it.
Okay. I didn't know this is what we were trying to do with this show. But if you guys are on crud, I'm on crud too, innit? Because I've not been bringing the smoke. But I feel like you guys have been having like secret meetings. No, suck a dick, shut. I feel like you've been having secret meetings. It's like, no, we have to get him. It's like, oh yeah. Right. What's his biggest insecurity? He doesn't have a hairline. Okay, cool. Daniel doesn't either. And it's like, oh yeah,
You
but
just
Justin's
spent
got a
like
big
a
forehead
whole
anyway. Shut your
half an
fucking
hour
mouth. I'm still talking.
with this
No,
typewriter
the
talk.
two of you have come together and you've decided that you're gonna attack me. I refuse. I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm not gonna be nobody's bitch here. I'm not gonna be nobody's bitch here. I refuse. I don't have a mustache. Fuck it. It's cool. Like Justin, your beard's not even full. The only one that can talk about beard is Daniel. All of us are lacking. Should we just go around in a circle and talk about everybody's what they're fucking missing?
Bro, I told you already.
Fuck you,
this
dickhead,
morning,
with your stupid
I
pink
was
lips.
looking in a mirror, thinking why I wasn't called a crocodile rather than an alligator, and you're getting upset.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing. I wasn't here for this crocodile conversation. Look, think back in your head. Was I there for Justin's built like an alligator? You are built like an alligator. You're very much top heavy.
Thanks, man. Am I a T-Rex? What the fuck?
This is your hesitation.
No, they're part of the same family. Like alligators come from dinosaurs, innit?
Oh,
but it's just like, oh, where's the halloumi? Where's the halloumi?
Oh my gosh.
Just put some chickpeas right here. Just put some chickpeas right here.
Oh gosh, you guys are stupid. It's so stupid.
Nah, because I was taking my beating.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Do you know
what? Yeah, it's so
all of
mad
us are gonna
because
come out here with complexes, you know?
No, not at all. But you know what? If we ever do make something quite great from this show, it's gonna be so mad where people are gonna be like, actually, he does look like an alligator, or he does look like a typewriter. Shut the fuck up! You weren't there.
Do you know
It's
what?
not for
that
you.
typewriter thing was
Bitch, you
so
wasn't with me
spot
shooting
on.
in the-
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. I can't respond. There's nothing I can say.
Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting when Jim.
You have no idea how that insult, how I took that insult. That is like in my head. I'm thinking of creative ways to use it because it's just so apt. No one's got me. No one gets me the way you do.
I'm sorry, man.
Obviously.
I'm sorry, man. I just say what I see,
I need to
man.
stop laughing. I need to stop laughing because this is the same way I bust my fucking eye. There's too much pressure right now. Oh, shit.
Justin.
Yeah,
Number 4, Justin.
it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, we'll go from here, actually. Keep going. Go on.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was the perfect time in my childhood for something like that to come out. Love the backstory. I love the idea of the martial arts involved in it. Shredder was Uncle Phil.
Holy fuckballs! Whoa! You
We
don't
found
just
out-
drop fucking dimes like that.
Yeah. Shredder's voice was Uncle Phil, innit?
I know. Now
when did you
you
find
said
out?
that.
Huh?
Did you know that before IMDb?
No, I knew that later on. Like how Boone's kind of knowing now. But
Yeah.
Don't blame
We've
me
all been
out
there,
to be
Bob.
the fucking idiot of the group.
We've all been there, Bob. Shit.
I'm actually trying to say I've been there.
Like how
Man
Boom's finding out
knows.
now. He's been alive for X amount of years, but he did
Why?
know Uncle
No,
Phil
don't
was Shredder.
look. Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to force the insults? No one's insulting you here.
No, I just want to punch my laptop just so you guys can feel the
You are just
the
so
vibrations.
incredible. This guy's at the AA meeting, like, no, you're an alcoholic. Like, and we're all in the same place.
Absolutely.
Sit down.
You're not
No.
going to tell me I'm alcoholic. If I say
You know
it,
what?
then it's fine.
I'm just gonna look down.
Go on,
at you.
guys, looking at me. With your judgmental eyes. No,
Alright,
I mean,
cool. No, wait. If your white friend comes up to you and say, hey, what's up, my N-word?
what are you talking about
What's that
now?
got to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It's got nothing to do with anything. I just saw it on the GTA meme. I just wanted to take the pressure off me. Go.
Okay. All right. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What,
Yeah, I
TMZ
thought it was-
and Ninja Turtles?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, cool. I mean, it's unrelated, but the British, I think it was a British version, or the Japanese version maybe, it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and the American version was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, the other way around.
Yeah.
So they used to sing it in the song, which always used to make me think, oh, but I like the idea of Ninja Turtles better, because ninja, rah, and you're in the school, running around pretending like you're a ninja. There was backstories, but there were different backstories as well. I think there was one backstory where the whole idea of some little girl, whatever, drops the turtles in the sewers, and it happens to be these leaking ooze or whatever, and that turns them into these teenage.
The radioactive stuff.
Yeah, but then there was a different story I think it was in the film, which actually was wicked, like, and the backstory was completely different. So I remember as a kid that kind of confused me, going, well, where does this come from? I love the individual characters. I love Donatello. I liked the fact he was the engineer and he was the one who was, he was the science minded. Yeah, he was. Yeah, but I like that. I appreciated that. And again, the film flipped it for me because Raph was just the temperamental one. Michelangelo was always the youngest. I just loved the dynamics. I thought the cartoon was
Which one did you want to be?
Donatello.
Nerd.
Bob, which ones did you want to be?
Obviously Leonardo.
Really?
Which one's
It
that?
was dry, man.
Leonardo
Which
was
one's
the
that?
leader, the blue
with
one.
the samurai swords or swords.
So, I wanted to be the blue one because my favorite color was blue, but I didn't watch it a lot, so I just assumed the one with the blue was the one who had the stick because I wanted to be the one with the stick.
That's
Nerd.
Donatello.
And I put them both together, and I was Donatello. I didn't know which one was Donatello, but I was Donatello.
Doniardo.
No, the thing is, honestly, I wanted to be Leonardo because he was the leader. But I'm as much as I'm not the leader, I'm definitely Raphael.
Do you know what's... Yeah, okay. Do you know... I would actually put you as Michelangelo. But anyway, do you know what's interesting?
Wow, no ratings, just eating cheese and dying.
What are you talking about? Because Michelangelo was the funniest.
Yeah, but do you not feel like I have leadership qualities? Do we need to have this conversation in therapy? What the fuck?
If I'm honest,
Michelangelo would never be the leader, but every once in a while they rely on him because he's so unpredictable.
If I'm honest, I don't think Leonardo was actually the real leader. I think Donatello was. Because Leonardo was the leader only by age, right? And he was the most advanced in skills, etc. But actually, Donatello was the logistics guy. So he was the one who...
The thing is, if you think about the rainbow, Raphael's the leader because he comes first.
You see, but Raphael, I don't think was ever Raphael was like your hype man, the man who you want when you're in a fight. You want Raphael because he was the best fight. He was the most aggressive in it. He was the one who was gonna go like, wow, like everyone gonna die kind of thing. Where they don't have that element to them. So
honestly, I feel like Leo has it in him, but he reins it back. I feel like because you know they've had mix-ups with Batman and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like he holds back as the leader, and he's more of the kind of Batman. So I would say Leonardo is Batman. Raphael is let's say the second Robin. The second Robin.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit volatile because not like hold on. I just thought about something. If you take Batman out of the situation, all of the from Leonardo down to Donatello was the nerd. Michelangelo was just the stupid one. They're all the different Robins. From Dick Grayson, who turned from Nightwing into Batman, and then from the next one, who was he?
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. He was very adept. He's physically adept. He's probably the best physical one, and he turned into Red Mask, right? Red Hood.
Yeah.
Red Hood, yeah.
Red Hood. And the next one, who would be next? Like, even if you didn't even put them in order, like the most
you've got his son,
Damien.
You've got Tim Drake.
So I would say because I would say Damien would be the Michelangelo because he's just the wild one, just does whatever the fuck he wants and just thinks, okay, cool, I'll deal with the consequences later. And then the last one would be Donatello.
Yeah.
Is it just me? Am I reaching?
No,
but
well, I mean,
I could be reaching.
I can understand the parallels, but I don't remember the Turtles well enough to.
You don't remember anything.
You guys' memories are good, man. No, you guys.
But you know what? It's so funny, Boom. You say that, look, because this is what I like to do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus the Robins battle arena. What's this about?
And who faces who? Who faces who when they're fighting? Who puts the like?
Oh, but
I'm pitted against
the thing, didn't they?
What?
Because it crossed over, didn't it?
Yeah, no, they've crossed over many times in the comics.
So wait,
they have movies as well.
This might be a stupid question, but
recently
Teenage
put a film
Mutant
out
Ninja Turtles
together.
Classified
I
as
haven't
DC?
seen that. I want to. Huh?
Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles classified as DC?
I don't know if it is.
No, it's not.
But they had collaborations. Sometimes Marvel does collaborations with DC.
Yeah,
but it's not frequent.
TNMT is not DC, but yeah, they have collaborated.
Yeah, it's like a third party. It's like a third party comic book people that come.
Okay.
That's your homework for this evening, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think yeah, and again, we haven't even mentioned Splinter. Do you know what I mean? Like the moralistic,
the moral compass.
Yeah, the one who was always teaching them, lessons of just like how to behave and how to fit in, and how to fit into society, and the idea that you had to be underground and hide.
Was
and
he blind?
whatever.
I felt like he was a black uncle. I felt like he was a black uncle that knew kung fu.
Are you
just
answering the
thought-
question? Or you just saying? You just talking?
I don't know. I don't understand.
No, I get that. I get what you're saying. Daniel, that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair.
I said something and then he
no,
sounded like he was
you
responding, but
apologise.
were you responding or were you just talking?
See, look, you've given Justin like an asthma attack. I was responding to your fucking statement. You said, "Was he black?" And I was like, "I felt he was the black uncle."
I didn't say was he
blind.
black.
He said blind.
Was he blind? I just went off on a total different tangent then.
I think he was blind. Then. I thought he was.
No, he wasn't blind.
I always thought he was blind, but maybe because I did. Was Splinter blind?
Maybe there was a blind storyline or something because I've got it in my head that he was blind, but like when I think about the show, he wasn't.
Because
blind.
I remember he had a stick. He had a walking stick, like a.
Yeah.
Donatello had a stick. Was he blind? Fuck off. That's not a justification for blindness.
No, Donatello didn't have a walking stick.
And also, remember, Splinter was actually a real person. He was a person. He was a human.
That turned into a rat.
Hamatoyoshi, or whatever, that turned into a rat.
Okay.
And the turtles turned into humanoid turtles with the same
Yeah.
shit, no?
Yeah.
So why would he go
Jeez,
blind when
man.
he turned into a rat?
I don't know. Rats are blind at birth, like mice.
I don't know. These were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that lived in sewers in New York, that loved pizza, and you think the rat just went by his nose to know the sewers and stuff for him to teach four turtle children, and he's blind.
Oh,
Four turtle children.
Okay, wait. So sometime later, Splinter witnessed a truck carrying toxic waste swerve to avoid colliding with a blind man as he crossed the road. That's about as blind as Master Splinter gets. But do you know what?
He was never blind. He was just a fucking talking rat. He was a talking rat.
It's weird, Daniel, because I had the same thought process that he was blind though at some point.
No, you just wanted to put him down because he was a black man. He was the uncle that got left with the kids. And then,
No, we don't need arms and thighs. Put your leg down, man.
what? Can you see all of this?
You're saying too much.
Oh,
Hold on, wait. All I can see of me is my arms. I didn't.
Like Shredder was a
Is that
great
not
villain.
is that not a thigh? Ah!
Shredder was a great villain. Beavis and Butthead, Rocksteady. No, not Beavis.
No, what do you mean
Bebop and
Beavis and
Rocksteady.
Butthead? Whoa, come on, whoa. Beavis and Butthead and Rocksteady. What kind of?
That's not what I meant. Rocksteady and
Bebop.
Bebop. Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead.
Like Rocksteady was black.
I am Cornholio. Take me to your April.
You don't have to join it with Justin. Just
That was funny. Listen, when it's funny, I appreciate funny, man.
Fuck you, Bonton. The danger zone.
Yeah, but I had it
Lana.
I had it on VHS. You know, I love the Turtles. I had the.
I do love the
figurines.
Turtles, but they're not in my top 5.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's cool.
I can't
love the
wait to tell you
Turtles
my
at
last
point,
one.
but I used to love the Ghostbusters at one point as well, and now it's like I don't know.
Oh.
Did you ever used to draw the Turtles?
I stopped after a while because I could never get the face right. It was like Sonic. It was
But
like
you used to draw it, right?
I think I
it's
have.
stupid.
I think
You
I
used to
have. I don't
draw
know
it.
if I. Because I drew
You know
a
what I'm
lot, but I don't.
Like I remember
drawing the
it was
Turtles
like
a lot.
one of the first things I.
Yes, I did. You
tried
got the
to draw
mouth
cheeks,
and then
mouth bit,
the
head,
mask and then the top head on top of
mask,
it.
Then you get the
Okay.
shell.
Yeah. No.
Right, what
No.
other
I
cartoon
stopped
you
at
said
the. I
you
stopped
drew?
at the head. Once I do this, and once I did the nose and the head, the little Hey
you know
Arnold
what?
head,
We
I
had a
would
lid.
just do the bandana and done.
We had a lid for a bin that we had like a toy bin, and I used to take that and I used to take the rope from the bathrobe and tie that bin to my back, and then try to put like long what they called like the cardboard thing for tissue roll, but the longer ones.
Oh yeah,
Put it in my back for my sword.
like kitchen. Right? Did you do that with?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Did you do that with the other cartoons that we've mentioned today?
I've thrown a Kamehameha from time to time. I've thrown a couple. I've thrown a couple Kamehamehas.
Every once in a while, I go outside and try and make a spirit bomb. Then see if the neighbors join in.
Oh, I've thrown so many spirit bombs. I heard.
I do it just before we clap for the nurses. I do it just before we clap for the nurses because I know everyone's going to be at their windows. I'm just like, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, and definitely X-Men. Sink. Kersnit. Definitely.
Kasplank.
All right, so
who's one of you on?
4 each. Everyone's got 4 each now, so we can go back.
Who was
to
the last
top.
one that mentioned? Was it Justin?
Justin said totals.
Okay. The Last Airbender. That's my last one.
The Last Airbender. You actually watched that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. But
absolutely.
I had no judgment.
Huh?
This is back into Dragon Ball Z territory though.
But I was given Dragon Ball Z, so there's no argument to be made here.
I agree. But what I'm saying is his argument was that he can't put Dragon Ball Z in it, right? But then you put The Last Airbender.
I like them for different reasons because I'm a big I don't think either of you could ever tell me that you've watched any more anime than I have.
That's not what I'm saying.
No. I'm not. No, let me just say, I am a massive anime fan. Yes, so if it's just like plantain the other day with the fruits. It's like it is a fruit, but I wouldn't go and say, "Oh, I want some fruit. I'm gonna have some plantain and just eat it, bro."
I'm just curious as to why you put Last Airbender in it, but you wouldn't.
I'd like to hear his point that he's making, Justin. I'm not understanding yet, so let's just go on.
Because it is a cartoon. It was on Nickelodeon, just like DBZ was on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Go on.
So therefore, when I had cable and DBZ was on, huh?
Is it an anime?
No, it's not. It was made, but for Nickelodeon.
So Last Airbender is an anime.
It's not.
Oh.
It was made by Americans.
What point were you making about?
It was made by Americans.
Let me let you finish first. Go on.
What point was I making about? Some people might see Avatar as an anime. I don't think it is an anime because it's not made by a Japanese production company. Like DBZ is made by a Japanese production company, and it's been dubbed in English for us. But it's fair enough to have that as your thing because it was on Cartoon Network. It was on Channel 13 before 9 o'clock. So I'll give that to you. And The Last Airbender was on Nickelodeon, Channel 22, before 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Can I ask a question first? Can I? Please.
Sure.
What the hell is that going to what your point that you were making about you watching more anime than us? How does that fit into your argument? Because you said it.
How does that fit into my argument? Because
why did you say that?
If we're gonna talk about anime and just talk about anime solely, DBZ would have to be taken out of children's cartoons because as it was originally made in the anime form, then it would not be suitable for children.
Okay, so
it's for teens. It's for teens. It's Shonen Jump. It's for teens, so it'd have to be a 15.
Don't you think that The Last Airbender took and borrowed so many things from anime that it's almost impossible to not call it an anime?
No, it's plagiarism if you want to call it anything like that. But it's if you're gonna try and compare it to an anime, it's not an anime. It has anime. It has kung fu. It has all these different things about it, but it's not an anime.
It's kind of like saying that you can't be a hip hop artist because you're not born in Brooklyn. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're getting into a whole different conversation right now.
But you know what I mean? It is quite like
I understand what you're saying.
All right, so you see in The Last Airbender when they had the Avatar state, right? That is such an anime thing. The idea of going through the past avatars and stuff to see their experiences, to then learn it for your own experience, to then bring it into battle or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. That is a standard staple, mate. Anime, Eastern storytelling, etc. More so than somebody with the married hands up. Go on.
I was given Dragon Ball Z, so I don't really feel like Airbender needs to even be fought for.
And on top of that fact, I don't need to fight for Airbender because it's not an anime.
You've got you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm speaking to Justin, not to you.
I'm here.
You made your point. I followed after. What the fuck, sir?
Go on, keep talking.
No, I'm done.
I think I know what you mean though. I'm kind of being a bit pedantic, to be honest, but I think it replicated an anime so much that I think it is a conversation to whether it is an anime and what actually makes an anime an anime. Like, is it the idea if it comes from that particular Japanese studio, it is an anime?
As far as my knowledge goes, I can't say that I'm absolutely 100%. An anime is the motion version of a manga. So it comes from a manga, it develops from there, and then it gets developed into a cartoon, and that is a Japanese style. But cool. Avatar was never a Japanese manga. It was created by an American company with Japanese influence to create a wonderful product, which is why it's in my top 5, and why you can't fucking deny me. So let's move on, bitches.
It's your top 5, so that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Wonton. Number 5.
Number 5. I'm gonna go with The Simpsons.
Said we can't have The Simpsons from the beginning. Next.
Was that?
Said we can't
have not like Family Guy or The Simpsons, like kids.
Oh, but you said not like Family Guy or what are they called? What do you call it?
Futurama.
All right, fair enough. No, you said something specific. I can't remember what it was.
The Simpsons. Go on.
Swearing Kids Who Killed Kenny. That show.
South Park.
Okay.
I said that as well. I said that's off limits too.
You said 2 shows. You said The Family Guy or South Park. But if The Simpsons if I can't have Simpsons,
but
he didn't. Okay. But if I can't, because that's when it came into my head and I held on to it.
And you know, when you do check the tapes, I want you to send the clip to me so I can berate you.
No, I said nothing like that, and then you was like, "He didn't say Simpsons. I'm gonna say Simpsons."
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did.
It's like just saying, "Oh, like Rick and Morty." Oh,
but yeah, because Rick and Morty would be there, but that's like adult cartoons. Mm-hmm. But I can't watch Rick and Morty with my family.
Simpsons was never on at 9 a.m. Do you know what I mean? It's not a kids' cartoon.
All right. Okay.
So can you find something else a bit more appropriate?
That's what it was. Okay, cool. Definitely. All right. So, Batman the Animated Adventures, the animated series, but the Justice League, they weren't, like, they kind of...
They intertwined.
They kind of, in my head, they kind of do, but... See, my nostalgia says the Batman one, but I just watched the DC thing, the Justice League, and it's just amazing.
Which one? The new Justice League? The
one that's just called Justice League.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I might have to find something. Young Justice. Oh my god! I might have to delete something.
Young Justice is what? Oh my days, Young Justice. But Young Justice feels so the Batman. And in my head, the way it goes for me, Batman goes into Justice League Unlimited, Young Justice. It just flows like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's a good progression. I wish they did that on Netflix. They just fucking everyone's just here, there, everywhere.
If I could say DC,
no.
If I was gonna choose one, see, because it just got better because things kind of get better if you stay consistent, you'll get better. And I felt like they stayed consistent and just got richer. I don't know, man.
Okay,
this is kind of how I felt. It's kind of how I felt about X-Men though, because like I was thinking to myself, like I could put like Spider-Man in there as well quite easily.
Yeah.
But I just thought to myself, actually, because they are of that world, etc., and they kind of mold, like it's what the best is of that world. Similarly with like if it's an anime cartoon that you want to pick, Dragon Ball Z. We could probably agree it's the one that we would.
I think Dragon Ball Z is the only one that gets a pass. Yeah. Like if and maybe Pokemon, because Pokemon was a Sky one, Dragon Ball Z was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
it wasn't something that we had to look for.
Yeah.
All right, if I'm choosing one of them, I'm gonna go with
Bunch.
Young Justice. Young Justice.
I'm not gonna replace something on my list, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. So you can put an asterisk by there to say salute. Oh, hold on, wait.
So-
I'm gonna do the Daniel high five. Ka-ching.
Has he frozen? Oh no, he hasn't. Okay.
I don't know what to do. I didn't have any words. He just reset me. He just reset me.
Do you know what it just reminded
reset
me?
me.
It reminded me of Stressed Eric. Do you guys ever watch Stressed Eric?
No, I've never seen that.
You never seen Stressed Eric?
No,
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. I thought you said Flat Eric. I'm glad you managed to catch yourself before. Did you see that Daniel lost his headphones because he was so excited?
Justin was too busy nodding. He missed it.
No.
Okay, so I'll choose Young Justice because in Young Justice you still get to live the Justice League world. So I still get Batman because he's in there and he's a proper main character of the show. Well, not main character, but he's a
big
proper
deal.
character in the show.
Yeah.
And all the Justice League is in there as well as the Young Justice. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Can I just suggest that we
Can I
come
get
up
a
with what Batman?
Can you what? What are you saying?
Can I suggest that we make at some point we're gonna make our own like superhero thing, the three of us under the E hat, under the E hat umbrella. Come on, we could be like the Trotters, international trading. No,
Justin, what's your last one?
this is why I fucking hate you guys.
Do you know what? I've got quite a few
Got a few in the
my
bank.
head for different reasons, but I think I'm going to go with this one because I think it's just the memories as well. Actually, one of them I can't remember the name of. Hold on, wait 1 second.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yo, why is thinking, Nicholas? Is there
Space
anything you
Ghost,
want to
Coast
get
to
rid
Coast.
of and swap? Because you seem really interested in the Young
I
Justice.
feel like you're talking to me like we're still friends. You're on a 5-minute timeout, so.
Okay, cool. So, I tell you what.
Yeah, just go back to thinking. Me and just
Oh,
Daniel
sorry.
were just talking.
Sorry, go on.
No, we were just talking shit while you were thinking.
Oh,
but you don't
right.
seem like you're ready. We're just waffling.
I just came back to start talking with nothing
It was like,
prepared.
okay, go.
I just,
Guys, stop talking. I just want to interrupt you. Just say,
Just
I don't
hold
know.
on, hold on. I just
I'm gonna put these. I want to put these together. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you making a new cartoon for us to?
It sounds like it.
I'm trying to remember the thing to you.
What? How does that help? Okay.
Okay, cool.
He-Man.
So-
He-Man.
No.
Thundercats.
So, and I'll tell you why I'm trying to put them together. Right. So just bear with me, okay?
Okay. Let's see if
So-
we can justify it.
Okay. Cool. It's the
Oh,
raccoons.
justify it. That should be a show.
The raccoons and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Who are the raccoons?
They're raccoons. They're cartoons.
So the raccoons, it was a cartoon. Have you never seen the raccoons? And you had the snort.
I've seen the raccoons. They
I
look
asked
like
who the raccoons
they look
are.
like
No,
criminals.
I
They
haven't
look
seen
like
the
criminals. They look like criminals. They've got like sweaters. They got sweaters. No, is that the same thing I'm talking about?
I don't
Am I
believe
talking
it.
about
They
different
do have
cartoons?
sweaters. No, they do have sweaters on. Yeah, you're right.
They have sweaters and
I mean,
they
yeah.
I
look
don't
like
believe
raccoons.
in raccoons.
So,
You don't believe in raccoons? Oh my god! I saw so many dead ones in America.
really?
It was so sad. Like
Oh.
I counted them. There
But
was at least
they're
17.
like they're like naughty animals because they come into your yard and steal shit.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, the cheeky ones. They'll come and steal your dog's food.
Yeah. So, And they can be quite aggressive as well. Anyway, so the reason why is because as a
just like
child,
men. I'm a feminist.
I remember Do you know what? I'm gonna put Chip and Dale before the Raccoons. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
What? How you
There's
put them
more-
together? You need to find the show that.
Okay, so the reason why I put them together.
they're in the
is
same
because
world. I know.
They might be in the
Chip
same world.
and Dale. Yeah, they are.
How?
They've had crossovers, so you need to find the cartoon that has them
Okay,
both
cool.
in it.
So, do you know? Then I will just say it's Chip and Dale because Chip and Dale's the most memorable because.
Because of DuckTales.
Say again? No.
Because of DuckTales.
DuckTales.
No. What's Chip and Dale got to do with DuckTales?
I don't know. I just remembered it.
I tell you what, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers because the theme tune, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale when there's danger, and also Montgomery the Mouse, the cheese,
Montgomery,
whatever. Like it was just such a dope cartoon, man. Like it's effortless. Monterey Jack, and he was like this investigative.
That's the name of a cheese.
Maybe, and he loved cheese, so maybe that's what it is.
I don't know if they named it after him or if he even named it after cheese. Because I've gone to America, I've had that, and I was like, why is there so much shit in this
They probably
cheese?
named
It's
him
Monterey
after the
Jack.
cheese. They probably named him after the cheese. But it was just such a cool and it was before from my memory before Alvin and Chipmunks and stuff like that. It was just an exciting cartoon. I actually want you guys to watch the intro because it's that dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that tonight before I sleep.
I sent it for you.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely gonna click that link and watch it.
They were investigated Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger Chip and Dale when there's danger.
Why are you on a delay for yourself? Like you're the only one singing.
Yeah, I know, but I was sharing with you. I was sharing with you why I liked it so much. That's all. But it just gives me memories of like being a kid and whatever. Like one of the Chip and Dales used to look like
Justin Slayer.
Razor Lost Lark. No, what's his name? Indiana Jones. Right. One of them looked like Indiana Jones. Like he had the same outfits on as him and stuff. It was just a dope cartoon, man. It's a wicked cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a wicked cartoon. Great.
Is it really though?
Yeah, it was. It was a dope cartoon. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, when's the last... What do you remember from it?
I remember it not being very memorable.
Like, what the fuck ever you called it? The Adventures of Boggle, what the fuck it was called. Shut up, man.
Yo,
Boggles
both of us agreed on the amazing world of Gumball.
Yeah,
The
because both
amazing
of you...
world of
Are you the
Gumball.
world? Are you the world? The fuck out of here, man.
Why did you take that so personally? Why did you
just
take that so
saying-
personally?
Because he
You
did it
just
in his
sang-
typewriter way, and I don't like it.
The amazing world
Get
of
to the end of
Boggle.
the sentence, damn it.
You just sang Chip and Dale with your full chest on your own, and we're not the world.
Rescue Rangers.
Alright, so what's the numbers, Bunton? What's the numbers?
So
We're on
what
five now.
is nobody putting that in the list now?
No, fuck that shit. I enjoyed the show, but it's not my top 5. Fuck off. The only thing I can remember is there was a fat one with a big chin that looked like a mouse version of Peter Griffin.
Montgomery Jack. Yeah.
Was that him?
Mm.
I thought Montgomery Jack was the one that came in every once in a while, and he was like a super big deal.
No, he was like one of the main stars. And then there was
All right, so you had Indiana Jones. But there was 2 of them. Chip and Dale.
So
The two of them were pricks. No,
so one of
listen
them
to
was
me.
a bit more
The 2 of them were
serious.
pricks. They were always fucking around. It was like a fucking squirrel version of Scooby Doo.
No, the other one was like his. I think they were related, but he was the dumb one. So it was like that whole Ren and Stimpy, Pinky and the Brain kind of thing. And then there was the girl who was on an investigative team with them, and she was like a mouse or something. And then there was the little fly who didn't speak, but he was a fly, and he would be investigating shit.
There was only 5 of them, yeah? There was only 5 of them.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
So the fly investigating, that's Velma.
Fly.
The Montgomery Jack,
Yeah.
that is
Chippendale.
Fred.
Yo,
That is
this
Fred.
weak TV show
That is
doesn't
Fred.
deserve all this attention, man.
No. Let me just
You
explain
can't
to you.
say that though.
No,
because
shut
you
the fuck up.
barely
Let me
remember
finish,
it.
sir. You
barely
said your
remember it. I
piece.
can see it in your face.
What do you mean
can
I
see
barely
it in your
remember?
face.
I'm giving
Not
you-
you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that one up there.
right. Let me finish.
You dismissed
All
it
right.
because it didn't, massage your intellectual palate or whatever. So therefore, you've decided to go, hey, Chip and Dale fucking Rescue Rangers. I'd never let that to my homeschooled kids. Get the hell out of here, you pretentious motherfucker.
Yeah, but his kids watch the Amazing World of Gumball. They're probably smarter than you.
Yeah, probably.
But yes, you got the insect that does all the research, that does all the hard work, doesn't speak very well or very often. That's Velma. You've got the braggadocious one. That's Fred. You've got the woman that is the female chipmunk.
Yeah, the sexy whatever. Yeah.
And then you've got the kind of smart one that doesn't actually do shit but get shit done. That's the Indiana Jones one.
Yeah, I appreciate the parallels. I get it.
And then the stupid one is Scooby-Doo, who fucks it up for the most part.
Yeah.
But every once in a while comes through. So I've just given you how it's just a shitty version of Scooby-Doo.
I don't think it's...
if you watch Scooby-Doo when you're high, then... No, I'm not saying it's a shitty show. It's a shitty version of Scooby-Doo. It's just like some people would say Friends is a shitty version of How I Met Your Mother. But that's a different conversation. I know I just triggered both of you. I just triggered both of you for different reasons. Look at your faces. Look at your faces.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't disagree.
What's the better show? Before we've all got our five. What's the better show? How I Met Your Mother or Friends?
I'm not playing this game. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Definitely.
Hey, calm down, Daniel. How you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
not involved.
How you
I'm not
doing?
involved.
How you
I'm involved.
doing? How you doing?
Yo, do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions.
Right now, because I had some in my head and they keep disappearing. I got Dexter's Lab and I got Spider-Man.
I've always thought,
And-
those two
yeah.
definitely
Looney
should be
Tunes
honorable
in
mentions.
general. Just
Looney Tunes as a whole.
Yeah, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
I don't know if Powerpuff Girls should be up there.
That is it. The Powerpuff Girls. Oh my gosh.
Also, the first installment of Ben 10, I really thoroughly enjoyed that. In comparison to the other ones, I had to watch it. It was a lot
Gadget?
wittier. Ben 10, oh yeah, he was a dickhead. I enjoyed watching him fuck up. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget.
Sylvester and Tweety Pie was
Thank
just like a fake Tom and Jerry to me, like Tom and Jerry who could speak.
Yeah, Tweety was just a shoot.
I saw a putty cat.
I'm gonna put it in the group. I'm gonna tell you what Tweety was.
Do you know what? I forgot one. The honourable mention for Thundercats. Did you just inflate your lip at Thundercats?
Who?
This one over here. Oh my
I
god!
like,
Do you know what? Thundercats
if I'm honest, I didn't watch
dope.
it.
Do you know what? There was
I didn't watch
one
it.
episode that always sticks with me with Thundercats was when Lionel had to prove that he was the leader, right? So they said, "All right, Lionel, we know you're the leader, right? But you need to show us why you're the leader." So he had to basically fight everyone of the Thundercats, but at their best skill. So from Rhino was like brute strength. The Chitara was the speed. I can't remember what the Tigro was, but I remember the two kids. It was about being cunning and stuff like that, and they were the last ones and shit. And then he managed to tie them behind a tree, and then they tried to get to the finish line, but then they collapsed in together. It was just it was a really yeah. That was an awesome series for me.
I really did enjoy Thundercats, but I didn't see as many episodes as probably you did. Supposedly
I don't even have
because
access to. I don't know where you would have watched Thundercats. Yeah. Where was that?
It was on TV.
Was that
on VHS. I watched it on VHS.
It was on TV, man.
I watched it on VHS. We're not as old as you, Justin. We're not as old as you. We didn't have like a little cul-de-sac in Clapham like you did.
Clapham got cable before all the rest of London.
I never had cable. I actually had everything late.
Yeah, because you had Freeview before everybody else.
Never had Freeview either.
Later than your white friends in Clapham. Okay, Justin.
I I had Sky later than everybody else.
Oh wait, can I just say, can we get a token
I didn't
so
even have
these
Sky when I was
jokes
on
are
uni.
acceptable?
He-Man. Do you guys watch He-Man from the Master of the Universe?
I don't know. I
Did.
feel like you're just naming loads of men in speedos.
I was gonna say
Captain
man.
Planet
I was gonna go. He's a
is
man.
the
He's a
hero.
mouse in speedos.
Oh, Captain Planet is Captain Planet. That had like
That's
the baddest song in the world.
Captain Planet.
But what I don't understand is, like, was it episode 1 where they found the little Brazilian boy to give him a heart?
Was he
Because
not?
what were they doing
Yeah.
before? It was like, oh yeah, we've only got 10 seconds. Captain Planet, do something. He's like, shit, find the fucking heart for me. Shit, I'm dead.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Fuck, yeah. Yeah. Shit. The way you've explained it, though, that's great. Fucking gold. But
It's like, yeah, you got Earth, Fire, Wind. You
Wind,
see, that
water,
was a shitty version
what
of
the fuck you gonna do
Avatar.
with the heart?
That was a
I'm gonna
shitty
make
version of
everybody love
Avatar.
each other. Yeah, it really was.
Why did you do that?
It's the ring, innit?
Alright, I need to blow my nose and I need to poo.
All right, man. Sorry, I actually asked about that. Does anybody want to take anything off their list and swap it for one of the honorable mentions? Is everybody good with their list?
Do I want to change anything? I do love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite hero, but I'm not going to swap the Spider-Man show for X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men was a little bit more like there's more variety to it. Spider-Man was just about Spider-Man and his enemies. X-Men was like Wolverine's got his enemies and Cyclops has got his fucking beef with Sinister, and like everyone had their own stories. That's why I enjoyed. It was a plethora. There was a plethora of things to enjoy.
Okay.
I used to like Beetlejuice.
What, Beetlejuice?
Juice.
It's cartoon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
I feel like that came on Bravo and that was for adults. Because if I'm thinking back to the movie, it was a comedy, but it was very dark.
The movie was more adult-y than the film. I tell you one, yeah, that's a recent cartoon that I think is really honourable mention is Teen Titans. You guys ever seen that?
Teen Titans. Well, the original series, that was banging. And that's why...
The one that's like...
What, Teen Titans Go, the comedy one? There's one where they don't take themselves so seriously.
Titans. Let's go.
Yeah, that one. I quite like that one. Yeah, I think like again.
I don't wait. I don't understand which show. Like I think that's in both shows.
No, it's not. Is it?
It's the one. It's the.
What's the one for this stupid comedy one?
It's the one they made a film as well afterwards.
Yeah. Look, I hated it before I actually watched it, and now it's like this is actually a good show. It's not any like. It's not something that could,
like
you can't put it in like with the Young Justices and that whole take it serious stuff.
It's a thing of its own, and I think because it was so niche, they had enough comedy and enough action for them to justify making Teen Titans Go. And the fans of the original were like, you can't take what we loved and turn it into just this stupid slapstick show.
What was that show that had that little blue? It was a character called Blue.
Oh, the
like
Imaginary Friends. The Imaginary Friends.
That was amazing.
That was hilarious. And you knew the black guy was the one that played basketball. That was mad racist. The one with one arm, but he was tall and he played basketball. He was orange.
Gosh. I just remembered one. An honourable mention to Bucky. Captain Bucky O'Hare.
I remember playing that game and people was like, why are you so bad at this? And I was like, I don't know how the cartoon goes. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That was a wicked cartoon. Oh! Super
I played
Mario
on
Brothers.
Mega Drive.
Super Mario Brothers was a great cartoon. Saturday morning, I always used to wake up to watch that.
I don't really know if that was a great cartoon, to be fair.
Oh, did you ever used to watch it?
I just told you I don't think it was a great one.
So you don't.
I'm not going to just shut you down just because.
I mean, you did. You rolled your eyes and then you shut it down. So
yeah, but I don't know if that was a great cartoon.
It's almost like you didn't know I could see you, but it's fine. It's cool.
No, I definitely know you can see me. I just don't feel like I would have an opinion on it if I didn't see it.
That's great. So do you remember the Game Boy kid? Game Boy and kid. There was a kid in the Game Boy, and his friend was a Game Boy.
I do remember that. I do remember that, but
I used to watch.
I feel like you woke up a lot earlier because you grew up in Clapham and you probably chauffeured to school, whereas I had to.
I think the sun rose earlier in Clapham than it did in real South London.
I'll have you know, I found myself to school every day.
You what?
There was no chauffeur,
You what?
as you put it.
You what yourself to school?
I found myself to school. I travelled to school of my own accord.
Okay.
Proper Clapham vocabulary.
I found myself to school.
I found myself to school. Did you? I went to school.
Oh, okay.
What did you
Is this
do? What did you do, Bob?
Is this what we did? Is this what we did?
I went to school. Bob went to school.
cool.
You found your way to school.
Yeah, I went to school. Sometimes, like, I remember the one time that I lied to my parents and said I had inset day because my brother and sister had inset day at their schools, but I was still at primary school. They were in secondary school. And then he was like, all right, cool. We're just going to go for a drive. And he drove me past the school and saw everybody else there. And I was just like, fuck.
See, I bet Justin graduated from uni as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't. You see, you don't get
I
us.
don't know. He doesn't understand. He's not from these mean streets.
You don't know. You don't know what it's like.
He hasn't been through the hard knocks. I remember one time. One time, Justin came to my house. I made him like the dish of all the kings, and he was like, "What's this? This looks like noodles."
Do you know what he made? Do you know what he made?
This looks like noodles and frankfurters. I was
He
like,
made tomato
"This
ketchup and rice. Get the hell out of here."
No, it was noodles and frankfurters. It was noodles and frankfurters. It was bolognese.
I remember you.
And it wasn't just ketchup. It wasn't just ketchup. There was hot pepper sauce in there, and it was in Kona. It was in Kona. It was the expensive hot pepper sauce. I didn't give you the shit one, and you just laughed it off. It was like, I've been to university. I know how to cook. What the fuck is this?
Oh, it's all coming out now, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I was just like, oh, I cooked for you, and this is your reaction. You were just like, we don't eat like this, peasant. No, you didn't. You didn't. You brushed it before you ate it. You brushed it after you ate it. You laughed the whole way through, and then since then, I've just thought, fuck you, Justin. Fuck you very much.
That milk will be what triggered him into his alligator body. He's probably resents you right now.
I need to blow my nose. I need to go. I'm leaking from the face. All right. Deuces.
Shit, it all started there. Damn you.
Nicholas's food. Damn you.
Why?
And then when I cook, no, look, Justin, don't feel like you're the only one. Because the first time I cooked for Daniel, he was like, "Well, this is ching, nice."
Don't give it to him, man.
You're lying. You did the ka-ching. I didn't see it, but I heard it. You did the ka-ching.
I'm gonna go sleep thinking about that. That's fucking hilarious. You know what's gonna happen? Yeah, he's gonna go sleep with Kylie and go, Kylie, do you think I talk like a typewriter?
Don't ask that question because then she's gonna think about it and be like, well, actually. And when she says, well, actually, you're gonna want to punch her in the face. Don't do it.
One word of a lie. I'm going to tell her what I've just realized about myself through talking to you guys. Okay.
What's that?
I'm not going to ask her. I'm going to tell her. I talk like a typewriter.
So what? She can't.
I know. I just did it as well. I'm not going to tell her that I found out. I'm going to tell her that you guys told me.
No word of a lie.
I'm going to tell her. This is what I'm going to tell her. Oh my God. I think this has been my favourite episode so far, guys.
It can only get better.
It's all down here from here, man.
It can only get better.
You guys are too optimistic, man.
Oh, no, wait. I just went to the chat to look at things that I'm not going to click on.
So
I'll WhatsApp it to you guys, don't worry.
Alright, man. Thanks for you guys coming. I've been Mutant, that's been Justin, that's been Nicholas. I don't know what to call you guys anymore. Good night.
Yes.
Right, so.
Peace.
If you guys are watching this, then you've made it to the end. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed it, push the button. If you didn't enjoy it, push the button. We'll get better, I promise. I don't know where I am in this screen of yours, but it doesn't worry about where I am. Just discover where the subscribe button is. Just subscribe. I can't even say it. Subscribe. When you do it, I'll learn it.